Hey guys, so this is just going to be sort of a rambling video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Counter-Strike Global Offensive and the whole gambling debacle that has been making the news as of late, and just my thoughts on the whole issue. I don't play Counter-Strike, but I found it very interesting that all of this is going down now. I just wanted to show you guys that this game was released in 2012. And just yesterday, the Washington State Gambling Commission has ordered Valve to stop skin gambling via Steam, and they sent a letter to Gabe Newell himself. And they're basically asking that Steam shut down the use of bots in these third-party trading sites and prevent people, mainly kids, from being able to go on these third-party sites and use skins as a means to gamble in all sorts of different ways. The main way, and I'll just scroll down a little bit so you can read if you want to. I'll put a link to this article in the description below as well. It's sort of interesting. But the main way that this is classified as gambling is Steam has a system. If you don't know already, I'm sure you guys already know. But Steam has a system in place where they offer a variety of cosmetic skins. And to get these skins, you have to buy a key that's usually $2.50, and you use those to open cases to get random skins. And you can sell those skins on the market for credit, Steam credit. And you can use this credit to purchase anything on Steam, including other items or full-on games. And of course, this money is eventually transferred into real money into the hands of game developers and Valve themselves. So Valve makes the most profit off of this system. But what people have been doing lately, and for the past, well, I would say more than 4 years this has been going on, people have been trading these keys and these skins for real money. Some people, I mean, if you have like let's say you have this key, all right, it's $2.50 on Steam. Someone may offer you, say, $1.50 real money, and you will give them this key because maybe you don't want the Steam credit. You would rather have real money. And that's how you can convert Steam credit into real world cash. So what people have been doing is they have been setting up these gambling sites where you can essentially put down your skins as bets for various esports like Counter-Strike, like Twitch streams, Counter-Strike tournaments and stuff like that. And various users will use these skins to bet, and then the website will take a percentage, probably like 10% of the skin's value, and they'll keep it for themselves. And then if you win, you get, I would say like 90% of your winnings. And then if you lose the skin, and then the third-party site will sell the skin, or they'll use it for whatever they are using it for. And then if they sell the skin, of course, or they trade it to someone else, they can get real money from this. So people on third-party sites have been basically taking advantage of people who like to gamble and getting like thousands of dollars worth of skins and then trading it off to someone who's willing to pay real world money for those skins, and then they convert those skins back into Steam credit. That's a big circular like circulation of just real world money, Steam credit, and skins. So yeah, that was a lot to talk about, and sorry if that didn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't have a script or anything, but that's just a basic way, the most basic concept of how the skin has been going on. And what the Washington State Gambling Commission is sort of offended about is Steam has not publicly said that they support these gambling sites, even though the gambling sites have made Valve millions and millions in profit off of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The problem is that they have these bots set up so that these third-party sites can basically automatically use the trading system that's already in place to instantly give various users skins when they win, or to take their skins if they lose, and so forth. So it's kind of a shady concept, but essentially anyone on Steam is allowed to bet on various matches and various other things if they want to. Another problem that came up in the past, I think I have another here's another article. So another thing that came out recently is people like T. Martin, Tom Syndicate and I think Psy Syndicate. Well, a few people on YouTube have been caught basically sort of promoting gambling, but they've been caught promoting themselves and their own gambling sites without releasing that information to the users. So essentially, they've been like manipulating their own systems to make it seem like it's very easy to win skins on these sites, whenever in reality, it's more of like a very low chance. A lot of these skin sites, a lot of these gambling sites, another way they gamble besides just betting on matches, the other way is that you can open a variety of like virtual cases that have a variety of skins, and these cases on these third-party sites are supposedly better value than the normal cases that you would receive in Counter-Strike itself. So they're trying to profit off of Valve's own system by allowing people to pay real money to open skin cases on their site to win various Counter-Strike skins. And that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to a lot of you. You may have to do a little bit more research, but basically the gist of it is that the Washington State Gambling Commission is actually ordering Valve that they need to shut down, or they're going to face some very big penalties. So this may be the end of trading bots on Steam, and it may actually be the beginning of some very strict rules against trading on Steam itself. And that may be unfortunate later on, because it's hard to really enforce anti-gambling trading. There's so many ways you can gamble, it's insane. And I don't know, it's just a kind of strange thing. And I also wanted to mention that, why did it take the Washington State Gambling Commission 4 years to do this? Are they just a bunch of old folks that have no idea about technology, or that Steam even exists? They don't play video games, I guess. All they know is casinos. But yeah, it's kind of weird. And I also thought it's kind of strange because, you know, fantasy football is allowed to sort of gamble unregulated, but things like this, which is more or less harmless in my mind, some people think it's a problem because little kids are able to use their money on these gambling sites. They ask their parents for money for Counter-Strike. They open some cases, get some skins, and then they want to double their money, so they go on these gambling sites, or they'll just go on the gambling sites to get the skins themselves, and they'll be paying real money to these third-party sites instead of using it on Steam directly. It's a big ordeal, but I don't think it's that big of a problem. Honestly, I think people who gamble are more or less idiots, in my opinion, and I know that may offend a lot of people out there, but when you gamble, you will always lose, like always. Once you win, you get trapped in this sort of cycle of you have to keep on betting and you keep on trying to win again, and then you end up losing way more than you ever win if you calculate all the money you've spent and all the money you've lost. You always lose when you gamble. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Just sort of interesting news. Sorry if I didn't make a whole lot of sense with all this, but just to sum it up, the Washington State Gambling Commission is going to force Valve to change some of its trading policies and some of its bot use policies. So a lot of these third-party sites that have been using Steam as a platform, they will all be pretty much shut down, all of them, and the bots will also get shut down. And yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to trade skins. And I myself am not a big Counter-Strike Global Offensive player. I've only played it a few hours. But I just found this to be pretty fascinating. And I wonder how far like these restrictions will go. I wonder what this can affect. Like, will this affect all currencies? Like, I know other games have currencies that you can easily trade for real money. And there's even betting that goes on with those sites as well, like MMOs like World of Warcraft or RuneScape, or any MMO you can think of that has a virtual gold currency. people have been trading that gold for real world money for ages, for many years, and I've never heard of this organization going after MMOs or like Blizzard. I remember Blizzard, when Diablo 3 came out, Blizzard had a system very similar to Steam's system where it was even worse because you were able to buy in-game items with real money, and you could sell in-game items for real money as well. And I'm sure some shady gambling went on with that as well. I remember I even purchased some weapons, I think, and some armor in Diablo 3 when it came out. Not very much. I think I only spent like $10, but still. I remember my friend, he got a rare drop and he sold it for $250. That's insane. And I'm sure that money is, I don't know, it's kind of shady money. And maybe that's why Blizzard shut that whole system down as well, because Blizzard, after like 3 months or so, they completely shut down the auction house and removed the whole real money for in-game item thing. But I don't know. And a lot of people, I just want to mention this as well. When Diablo 3 first came out, a lot of accounts were getting hacked because people like the Chinese or just hackers in general, they saw that if you hack one of their accounts, you can take all their items and convert that to real money very easily. And that was a huge problem back then. But yeah, I don't know, just interesting. I sort of wanted to know if you watched this video up to this point. I know this is a pretty lengthy video, but I wanted to know what you guys think about gambling in video games and how it's affected you. I should probably mention that personally, I've made probably close to $1,500 or so when I was younger, back in high school and middle school, selling gold on various sites or on various MMOs. I was super addicted in the various MMOs, mainly RuneScape, and I was really good at it as well. It was just a really fun game for me. And after I would get bored of the game, I would end up selling billions of gold for however much money I could get. Then I would use that money to buy video games. But of course, that was like a shady thing, and it doesn't really relate to gambling, but I mean, it's sort of the same thing where you're converting in-game items into real-world money. So what do you think about converting in-game items in progress for real-world money? What do you think about trading accounts? What do you think about gambling in general? And maybe what do you think about kids gambling? Is it okay for kids to gamble? I guess that's more of a sensitive topic. And is it okay to take advantage of the naive, people who don't know about gambling and the bad effects that it can have on a person? Not everyone is super smart out there, I realize that, but I don't know. It's interesting to me to talk about this subject. Gambling has been like a taboo in America for a long time. And even today, casinos are still very highly regulated to only certain areas. The only places I know where you can gamble, at least from my knowledge, is like Las Vegas, and then there's some Indian casinos sort of near where I live where you can gamble, some Choctaw and Cherokee casinos where you can gamble as well, but it's very highly regulated, and I don't know, it's sort of strange. It's sort of a new debate, gambling in virtual spaces, gambling online, football, fantasy football. I don't know, it's interesting. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry if I was boring and talked on way too much. This is just a little discussion video. I like to do these every so often, just about gaming news and that sort of thing. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.